Hello everyone, it's been a little while, hasn't it? My name is Paula and you can find me on Etsy and Instagram as Stitched by Mrs. D, and this is a video all about knitting, sewing and crochet today as well. I've got Doug with me today, as always. He's never far from me. And everybody else in the house has gone out for a walk. I'm hoping it's going to be a long walk, but if it's not, I'll stop, send everybody outside because it's a nice day, and then continue again. Oh, I've got so much to show you today that I don't know where to begin. I've been very productive. So I know I'll start by telling you what I'm wearing today. This is something that I made a few years ago now. This is called the Winter Whispers cardigan, and it's made from a worsted weight, and I got the pattern from the Loop website, and it's knit out of Rowan pure wool worsted and in the colour Oxygen, and I don't think it suits me at all, the colour. I love the pattern. I've made two. I've got a pink one as well. It's a really nice pattern to make. It's made from the bottom up, and the sleeves are made separately and then joined in, and I really like that. It seemed to grow really quickly, but it's not my colour. I don't suit pastels at all. And look, can you see this little sort of like nubbin I've got on the back there, just there? I found this cardigan on the back of my bathroom door, and it had been on a coat hook thing, you know, one of those over the door things, so it's made a nubbin on the back. I don't know if you can see it there, just there. So I've got to reblock it. Oh, and I made this dress as well. This is an emery dress by Christine Haynes. It's just made out of some navy cotton with some daisies on it. So, where on earth shall we start, Doug? I think I'll start with finished things. So, we'll start with one that you will have seen half done a little while ago. So this is my Floozie cardigan. It's finished. Well, I haven't stitched the buttons on, and I haven't woven in the ends. I haven't woven in the ends because I used this wool here to stitch the buttons on with, and I'm not going to stitch buttons on this until my local wool shop has opened again, because I'm saving things up. Because when it's opened, I am going to skip down there with a shopping basket and fill it up with all the things, because they must be really struggling. So as soon as they open, I'm going to go down there and I'm going to stock up with everything. So let me show you it on. There's a few there. I love the colours. This is made from Drops alpaca, and it's the pink is called medium pink. I don't know if it's a bit big actually. Now I've got it on. No, it's not, because once I've done it up, that will fit nicely. Yeah, so Drops medium pink is the main colour, and then Drops alpaca medium pink. I think this one's just called red, and this blue is called turquoise. The bottom bit, I managed to get it done quite quickly in the end, and the sleeves, because I didn't really have a lot more to do apart from knit and create. Oh, it's been lovely. So there we are. I don't think I can say much more about this. I've blocked it. I blocked it on a lovely sunny day, and it was done by the time I went to bed, although someone had a nap on it halfway through, didn't they, Doug? It's not the only thing he's had a nap on. So yeah, that's finished, and it's lovely and soft. I think it looks quite Christmassy. Don't know what you think. So I'll put that down there. I hope you're all okay. I am obviously I'm worried about this situation that we're in. Well, I'm worried about what's going on in the outside world and my family and friends who are, well, like having to go out. I have not been out. I have not been out since, I think, the 18th of March. I haven't worn shoes or a bra. I have got a bra on today since then. So my feet and legs are going to have quite a shock, aren't they, once they have to put them back on again. I'll have to go to Clark's and get some of those like baby shoes to get your feet used to walking again. And my hair is so long. I've normally got a bob like that. That's my normal hairstyle. But I've just let it grow. I'll tell you what I have done in the past. I've put it in a ponytail and then my husband has just shaved with the clippers right across the back. And if you do that, it turns into a graduated bob. It's unbelievable, but it does. He's done it to me a couple of times now. I feel a bit rusty. So we'll move on to the next things. So these are the second pattern in Helen Stewart's Curious Handmade Sock Society for this year. This is when I probably should have a sock blocker. Can you see how lovely the pattern is? So it's got a pattern at the front. It's lovely lace. And then this sort of textured rib down the back. And this is made with yarn from Burrow and Saw. I don't know if any of you have heard of that company before, but I think you should go and have a look, because the lady, I think her name is Fran, she dyes the most lovely colourways. I like it when you knit and every single stitch is a different colour. I love that. These are called the Luminary socks, and they're a lovely green colour. When I put them on my feet, they completely change. Like, you can see the pattern a lot better. I made these ever so quickly. Because I've been working at home, well, it doesn't really matter. I don't think my boss would mind anyway. I keep a pair of socks on my lap, so when I read stuff on the screen, I'll pick the socks up and do a couple of stitches or rows, depending how much there is to read. So yeah, that's that. I don't know. I think I said I don't know what the colourway is for these. You wouldn't be able to get it anyway, because she tends to dye like two, what do I call them, twists in each colourway that she does. I don't think she repeats. Well, she might do. I don't know. I'm not giving out very good information, am I? So that's those, the Luminary socks. And then what did I do next? After that, it was Mother's Day, and for Mother's Day my children bought me 2 twists from Pixie Yarn, that's it. And I wanted to use them both together because they went together so well. I put a picture of them on my Instagram feed. One of them, this pale colour, is called Hullabaloo, and the other one I think is a random one that's like just a one-off. Oh, I can't remember the name and haven't got the ticket. I'm ever so sorry. But I decided, like, I'll tell you what my criteria was. I wanted to make a shawl. I wanted plenty of garter stitch to show off the colours, and I wanted each colour to be able to show themselves off, so I didn't want to mix the colours together too much, and I wanted eyelets. So I had a look and I found the Pure Joy shawl by Hohi Locatelli. Oh, isn't it lovely? Am I showing it from the right side? Yeah. I have been knitting this in the garden on some lovely sunny days. See, look, can you see? This is what I mean. I love it when every single stitch is a different colour. Beautiful. Shall I put it on? This is how I tend to wear my shawls. All in a ball around my neck. Lovely. But I don't think I'll be wearing this for a little while because the weather's been so nice and I haven't been out. Although I do get a draft from my living room window, so sometimes I have to wear a shawl in the evenings. I always think, like, when you make a shawl, you don't realise how many stitches. See that line along the bottom? I didn't realise how many stitches I was actually knitting in that row until I got it off of the needles when I'd cast it off. And I blocked it. Doug had a little sleep on this as well, didn't you? He can't resist it, like even when it's damp. This blocked in a couple of hours in the garden because we've had lovely hot days. Let me put it on again. Oh, lovely. See, these colours are okay on me because they're quite, I have to have bright or dark colours because otherwise I look washed out, which is the way I look in this cardigan really. It doesn't suit me. I don't know why I might give it to my mum. So that's the Pure Joy shawl. So next, oh goodness, I cast on the next pair of socks from Helen Stewart's Handmade Sock Society, and what I've decided to do, as soon as it lands in my inbox, I'm just going to cast them on. So I made these ones. These are called the Rainy Windows socks, and I made these from some Drops Fable. There's a better picture of these on my Instagram feed as well. I think this is mid-grey. So can you see the pattern down the front? And then it's got this cable which runs along the sides as well. And then it's plain on the back. I'm going to give these to my boss. I'm going to put them through, well, I'm going to get my husband to put them through her letterbox because she only lives down the road. So when he goes on his next walk, he can take them. I don't know if any of you have ever done the insect galore caterpillar thing where you buy a pot of caterpillars and then eventually they crawl up to the top and hang down. I think these look like chrysalises. Chrysalises, is that a word? I don't know. What do you think? I think it does, so I've been calling my caterpillar socks. I had to check the label on these because it was so similar. I mean, on the yarn. I don't know why I say yarn. I've never called it yarn in my life. Wool. I had to check the label because it's so similar to Drops Alpaca. I thought I'd picked up the wrong thing, but no, it's not. It is Drops Fable. I probably would say that it's not the best for cabling in with. Can you see the definition isn't that great? It's only meant to be a subtle cable anyway, but I don't know. The stitches don't stand out that much, but they're still lovely. So these will be going to my boss through her door. Well, she's my friend more than she's my boss, and she's been lovely whilst we've all been off checking on us, and They're so nice. They've even given us a date which will be the earliest that we will have to go back into the office, and that's so good, because I think that the rest of the country is sort of working on a week by week basis, and there's so much uncertainty, isn't there, about when things are going to start to go back to normal. Not that I think they should at the moment. I think it's too early. So they just wanted to give us something to work towards, and they've actually said the 6th of July is the earliest we can expect to go back, but we might not be going back that early at all. So, but it's good to have, like, we've got a couple of months, haven't we, before then, so that's good, because we've got children and we haven't got my mum at the moment to babysit because she's in lockdown as well. So right, finished things, we'll carry on. So I'm going to talk a little bit about crochet now. So I have not been crocheting for very long. I've tried before and I could not do it because I've knitted for so long, like over 30 years. You get used to holding the wool in this, I got used to holding the wool in this hand, and I could not get the hang of it. I tried and I couldn't, and then one morning I woke up and I thought, I'm gonna give it a go today, because I really wanted a granny stripe blanket. I really wanted one. Because my front room, I know that we're all pastel-y in here and in the kitchen, but my front room is bright red, sort of patchworky, bright colours. If I might go in there one day. Oh, I have got another Instagram page. I do not post from it anymore, but it's still there. If you'd like to see what my living room is like, it's my other page is called Bay House Vintage, but I don't post from there anymore, so don't expect me to post anything, because I'm not going to. I can't be bothered. I used to have to move so much stuff out of the way to take a nice picture, and it wasn't realistic, so I just can't be bothered with it anymore. But that's more of a house thing. Yeah, so I wanted a granny blanket because I thought that would really match the look in there. Tried, couldn't do it, woke up and thought, right, I'm going to. And I just picked it up. As soon as I got the knack of holding the wool in this hand, I was off. And so the first thing do you call it casting on in crochet? So this was October last year. Is it casting on? I don't know. But the first thing I made was this blanket here. It's ever so wide. So this was the first thing it's quite an adventurous project, I suppose, for a first time crocheter. So what I did, oh, I know what I could show you. Just a second. Sorry, Doug. This is from my front room. So I have got this tin and it's full of pegs. I got this from Etsy, and these are like samples. I'm sure you will have seen them before, but just in case, samples of all the different colours of Style Craft Special DK, which is what I tend to use for my blankets that I've knitted in the past. And you get a little tiny bit with the name written on it. I got these from a company called Polka Dot Giraffe, but I don't think that they sell anymore. I'm just looking at Doug because he's somewhere. Come on, Doug. So what I did was I just found some colours that I thought would go nicely together, skipped down to my wool shop and bought them. And what I did was kept the red consistent. So every 1, 2, 3, 4, well, you can see the distance between the red all the way along is the same, but I just changed the order of the other colours around. I like to keep it random. When I make things, I don't like to think about it too much, because I sometimes think that I ruin things by thinking about it too much in life as well. There. So yeah, that was my first ever crochet thing that I made. And then Doug, he has got a bed which is just over here, and he used to sleep in it. I'm going to put this on my lap because I'm a bit chilly. He used to sleep in it every single night and day, and he loved it. And then I made him a granny square blanket, and he never slept in it again. He just did not like it. So that's on the back of one of my chairs now. So yeah, I set off with crochet. All I wanted to do was make like a granny blanket. But then, this was Easter Sunday, I decided, can't remember how I found it. I found this pattern by Sandra from Cherry Heart, and I just wanted to do it. So I woke up in the morning, didn't have a lot to do, so I got some of my cotton yarn, and I decided I wanted to have a go at making the painted roses pattern. And I did. And I did it. And I was so pleased with myself, and I kept like showing it to my husband, and he kept saying, well, I can't see that that's any different to what you normally do. So I said, well, it's crochet. So I started off with this one here, and then I made another one, and then I made 2 in this colour, and then 2 of these pale pink, and I've turned it into a cushion. Oh, I love it so much. This is made from a variety of different yarns. And why do I keep saying yarns? That's not how I talk normally, but that's what everybody else says. I don't know. It is made from a mixture of Style Craft classic cotton and Rico. You know those little balls? I've got one here, I can show you. Oh, oh. These little balls of Rico, and I backed it with some turquoise spots. Oh, and I love it, and it looks lovely on my chair, but I only put it on the chair when I know the dogs aren't going to jump on it, but I love it. So yeah, that's the painted roses. It's supposed to be a blanket, but I turned it into a cushion. So after I finished that, I still loved it. So I made another one, but I haven't turned it into a cushion yet, because I don't know why I'm really struggling to make myself plug the sewing machine in. I don't know why I think it's such a big effort. I think I do. I think it's because I've got lots of people around, and to knit or crochet I'm doing it with them, but this is something I'd be doing by myself. I don't know why. They wouldn't care. So yeah, I made another one. This is going to be turned into a cushion as well. And this again is the Stylecraft Classic Cotton and Rico. When I first did that, I thought it was this one. I thought it was a bit 1980s, but it's not. If I put this behind it, I think you'll be able to see the colours a bit better. It's lovely, isn't it? So yeah, I'm addicted. I've got something, well, I could go on to that now actually. So we'll now go on to stuff that I am making. So leading on from that, I am completely addicted to making these squares, and it's my mum's birthday on June the 7th, and today, I suppose I should have said, is the 2nd of May. So I've got a little while. And when I'm addicted to something, I am addicted. I do it with food. I like something so much that I will eat it all the time, and then it makes me sick and I go off of it. Have you ever done that? Let me think of an example. Oh yeah, you can buy bottles of Pizza Express dressing. Oh, I loved it so much. I remember, it makes me feel sick just thinking about it. I bought a baguette and I just cut it in half and I just tipped the dressing on it and ate it. And then I was ill. And I've done it with just about every single alcohol known to man. I can't drink white wine, red wine, white cider, Bacardi, gin, nearly, Prosecco, champagne. I can't drink anything like that because I just go to the excess with everything. Have too much, I'm poorly, and then I go off it. But this has not happened. So yeah, it's my mum's birthday, June the 7th. I haven't got a lot to do, so I thought, well, I'm going to make her a blanket. So this is the same pattern. This is the I keep crocheting my hairs into things. It's because it's so long. This is the Painted Roses pattern again by Cherry Heart, and these are my mum's colours. So this is Stylecraft Special DK, and I thought that this was apricot that I've used, but it's not. I've got a feeling it might be toy because I ordered some more apricot, and what I've had turn up is very, very orange. This is cream, this is Lincoln, and this is called Mushroom. So I started this a couple of nights ago, and already I've done all these. I've just got to do the edge. I don't know how many I'm going to do. Once I've gone round the edge of these, and I've done these ones this morning, I've done these 4. Once I've done those, I'm going to lay it out, and then I'll have a better idea of how many more I need to do. I want it to be a lap blanket, but it is lovely. I said to my children, do you think Nanny will like these colours? And they said, yeah, we think they will. Or they really miss her. They used to go round hers every Friday after school, and she'd spoil them, and they'd all come home feeling sick with a bag of sweets from Tesco. So the next thing I've got is I bought this before I knew that we were going to be in lockdown. Well, when there were rumours floating about, I thought, right, I've got to stock up. So I went down to my local wool shop and I bought 5 of these Stylecraft Bellissima because I wanted to make a jumper or a cardigan. I was going to make a jumper and then I went off the idea. I prefer cardigans. I wear more cardigans than anything. So I cast on the beekeeper cardigan. Oh, I can't remember what the designer's called. I might write it underneath. I think everybody's heard of it anyway. So this is where I've got to so far. You see, it's a lovely pattern. So I think it looks like bees that way. Can you see with the little wings? But if you hold it this way, I think it looks like willies. What do you think? Can you see what I mean? Maybe that's just the way I think. I don't know. But it's lovely to make. And what's good about it is you have a few rows of doing stuff to do the stitches, and then you have a few rows of not doing stuff. So it's quite a good one to sit in front of the TV. And the rows where you have to do stuff, it's not taxing at all. But I like the middle as well. Can you see that lovely bumpy? I think you could wear this. Well, we'll see. I think you could wear it inside out as well, because this design hasn't got buttons on it. It's got the button band but no buttons. It's lovely, isn't it? Oh, and this wool is really, really nice to knit with. So soft. I'd quite like to make a blanket out of it. And that's living in this. I made this myself. It's just a little basket that I keep knitting in. I made loads of these once. I put them all in my Etsy shop and no one bought them, so I kept them all myself and filled them all up. I've got loads of them. They're all made from linen and vintage fabrics. This one's got hearts on it, and then I've got some with patchwork, all sorts, but I've kept them all myself. What else have we got over here? Oh yes, so this is something that I've made as well. I did fancy getting the sewing machine out the other day because Lizzie, my little girl, was sitting up the table doing some homework. She needed a bit of help, so I sat there and did a little bit of sewing while she got her work done. So this is just a simple sock bag that I've made with patchwork, and it's got all of my favourite vintage fabrics. Oh, and this beautiful pussy cat. Oh, I love cats. I've asked my husband if we could get a lockdown kitten, but he said no. It's the perfect time, isn't it, to get a pet, because you're there all the time to teach it, but the answer was no. I'd have 100 cats if I could. I just love them. I like their attitude. Like Kim, I can go, Kim, Kim, and she will just keep walking. She's not deaf, she will just ignore me. And I like that. That makes me like her even more. The problem I've got with cats is I love them so much that they hate me because I just can't leave them alone. They're all over my husband like a bad rash. They love him because he can take them or leave them, but I just love them. Doug, he's a fuss pot. He loves everybody. Anyway, yeah, so I like cats. I like cats on everything. I've got a dress with cats on. Maybe I'll show you that next time. I've actually got 2 dresses with cats on. Yeah, so these are all my favourite vintage fabrics. When I do patchwork, I don't like the precise look, because once again, I think if you think too much, this is me. I love, this is for my stuff. I mean, I love the look of the exact patchwork where all the corners are matched up and everything, but I prefer to have random and all over the place. So what we got in here? Oh yeah, see, I watched Tiger King. That was not what I expected. I thought it was going to be a wildlife documentary, and it was not. And when I started watching it, I couldn't take my eyes off of the screen, so I just cast on these socks of my husband. And these are like eyes fixed on the TV socks. Does that make sense? You know, when you just want your eyes glued and you don't have to look, but you're knitting. So that's just some Drops Fable. Oh, I do like this bag. Oh, and I'll tell you something else I did. Normally when I make bags, I square the bottom, the corners, so that they sit flat, but I didn't do it with this because I didn't want to lose the little bits of fabric in the corners, and I really like it. I think this is how I'm going to make all of my bags from now on, because I mean this size. I think bigger ones I'll continue to like do the square corners. Oh, I'm getting there, everybody, I'm getting there. So next I've got some stuff which has arrived that I've bought, because I love getting stuff in the post, and I also love surprises. So I've ordered 2. These were April Yarn Club purchases. So if you have not got your Biff Sugar Yarns April Yarn Club or your Ducky Darlings April Yarn Club, look away. So I've been wanting some Biff Sugar yarns for a long time, so I thought What else have I got to look forward to? I'm only joking. I'm fine. So yeah, I ordered the April Yarn Club, and this is what arrived. Isn't it lovely? I think I'm going to turn this into a shawl, and it's called Monet 7525 superwash merino 4-ply, and I love Monet. I had no idea that that was going to be the subject. I love Monet, and I've loved his paintings for years. Do you know what my husband did once? On our anniversary, we went to Cambridge, and he said, because I'd never seen a real life Monet before, and he said that he wanted to go to this museum to see a really boring statue. But I thought, oh, well, I'm going to have to go along, aren't I? But I didn't want to. And we got there, we walked up a staircase, and I was thinking, cool, I wish I was somewhere else. And then straight in front of me was a wall full of Monets. And he'd taken me there as a surprise. Isn't that nice? Yeah, so that's that one. I think I'm going to turn it into a shawl. And then Ducky Darlings, they had a yarn club as well, and the lady is doing a Ladybird books themed club, and this one was based on a duck. I can't remember what his name was, but he had like yellow and blue, and she said that there was one spot left, and I thought, well, I might as well get it. And I really wanted some yellow, and of course with a mystery yarn club you don't know what you're going to get, but I had my fingers crossed for yellow, and I got yellow. Isn't that lovely? I don't really mind if I'm caught talking to myself anymore, because everybody's talking to their phones. They don't know that I'm talking to myself, do they? I could be talking to friends and family from afar. So there we are. This one is called Puddle Duck, and I feel like I want to turn this into some sort of heavily textured sock, but I don't know what. And I might cast these on once I've finished my beekeeper cardigan, but that's lovely, isn't it? I haven't got any yellow. So that's it. However, do you remember last time I said, I spoke about my Noahs Ark? Well, I got my husband to go up into the loft just a few minutes ago, and he went and got it for me. So, it's got a dead fly in it. This has been up there a long time, and this, I have to say, this has been very heavily played with. So it's not looking his best, but you'll get the idea. So this is the top, and I made this just before I got married in 2009, and my twins were nearly 3, because they were 3 when we got married. So this is the top, and this is all made from Aran weight, or it might even be chunky, I can't remember. So that doesn't do anything. It's just a padded house which sits on the top. And this is the Ark. Now this used to be, so this is Aran as well. Can you see the little, look at all the loft stuff stuck to it. Can you see the waves from the ocean? And it's got a zip in the top. Oh, this looks so skanky, doesn't it? But it's just come out the loft, and it's nearly, well, it's over 10 years old, isn't it? This used to be hard because you knit this and then you glue cardboard to the outside to make it rigid. So it used to be like that, and then you put that on the top. But the cardboard is in the middle. So we'll open the, I'm a bit scared of opening this actually, because I don't know what we're going to find. So let's see, I'll try and take them out 2 by 2. Oh, here we are. So we've got 2 elephants. Oh, look at his legs. Come on, darling. He's got a pipe cleaner in his trunk and his legs have got drinking straws in them. These are all made from DK. So 2 elephants. What else have we got? Oh, I feel a bit excited. Oh, 2 camels. I made this all from stash as well. There they are. Look at their beautiful humps. He's only got 1 hump. A very nice tail. Your legs are made from straws as well. I don't know how I had the patience to do this. I must have had a lot of time on my hands, but I don't know how. With 2-year-old twins, how did I find the time? Who else have we got in here? Well, let's take you out. Where's your friend? Oh, you might have to. Oh, look, this is Mrs. Noah. There she is. I don't know if we'll find Mr. Noah. Oh, here we are. Look, these are some turtles. Oh, I don't know what's happened to your chin. That's a pipe cleaner, isn't it? Oh, I bet that hurts. That's better. Oh, that's his bum. So 2. This, I remember I made Johnny a blanket out of this brown. So 2 turtles. Oh, 2 snakes. They don't bite though. Oh, my cat would love those. If he saw those, he'd... Oh, look, 2 little ladybirds. Oh, watch out for these 2. 2 monkeys. The twins used to sit these 2 on the top because they're quite cheeky. Although they haven't got tails, I must have got fed up. Didn't make the tails. So 2 cheeky monkeys. I like them. I think they're my favourites. I've still got quite a lot in here. Ah, you're nice. Don't know where your brother is though. Your sister. Oh, look, here's Noah. Oh, 2 zebras. And they've got nice tails as well. Oh, hello. 2 pandas. These are cute, aren't they? What the hell's that? I'm by myself in the house and there's been a large bang. It'll definitely be a cat or my rabbit. Oh, they're friendly, aren't they? Don't they look nice? Oh, watch out, everybody. 2 crocodiles. Oh, look at their teeth. They look fierce, don't they? Look, they've got very nice scaly backs. Oh, and bellies as well. To watch those, I've put them over there by themselves. Oh, yes. The king of the jungle. And he's got a very nice mane. I think I did have to buy that to do his mane. And here is his lioness. Oh, look at his tail. He's got a little bit of fluff and... Oh. Yeah, they're nice. Still got a few more. Oh. Now I think this might be the last thing. Oh, I don't really like putting my hand in here. I don't know what's in here. What are these called? Toucans? Is that what they're called? Oh, and here, everybody. They're back. So I'd better go. Oh well. That's a good place to end. So that's it today. That's my Noah's Ark. I've got to go and let everybody in because they're so loud. And they'll take over the whole of the house in a minute. Although I've made quite a lot of mess. So that's my Noah's Ark. I hope to be back in about 2 or 3 weeks. Probably 3 or 4 actually. And I'll see if I can find some of the other toys that I've made. And if I get my sewing machine out, I'll see if I can make some more bags for myself. Do a little bit of quilting. I don't know. So I hope you like the Noah's Ark. I do. I'm glad I've got it back. think I'm going to have to give this a bit of a, you know, get one of those things and get all the rubbish off of it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for the new subscribers for subscribing, and hopefully I will see you soon. I hope you all stay well and hope you all keep busy. I am. I love it. Okay everybody, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.